Hey everyone, and welcome back to this series where I practice my shoutcasting by casting your solo queue games. Today we take a look at a game that, again, Tasty Dick is a part of because I was contacted by his duo partner, Banyumas. So today won't be about Tasty Dick as the first episode was, it will be about Banyumas. And who is this guy? Well, he's a LeBlanc and Lysandra main. He is plat 4 and has been in the past season, and he has played not 900, not 1000, but he has played 1100 solo queue games in the last season. That's just the last season. So maybe we'll be able to spot what's or why he's not grinding. Let's put it like that. Oh, 1 second here. And as we get into this game, we have 2 players from Red Team AFK, only 1 now. Also we have Jenna standing AFK from Blue Team. And again, we're focusing on this LeBlanc for this episode. LeBlanc is Banyumas' main champion. He's played 250 LeBlanc games the last season. So it's at least 1/4 of his games is on this LeBlanc. So let's, I think we should be in for a treat here in the middle lane. We have a early game assassin, early to mid game assassin LeBlanc going up against, well, an AD mid lane assassin set. And there's a lot of outplay potential in this mid lane, which is great also because we have 2 junglers who are not, well, they're not really forced to early gank that much because it's a Viego and it's a Diana. Both of them, they can gank, but if not obvious ganks, they also want to see us until they get level 6, where they have the Heartbreaker for Viego and the Moonfall, I think the name is, for Diana, which is very clutch or impactful ultimates. But level 1, we jump straight into the action with Banyumas. As the LeBlanc harassing, he said, pretty even trade. Said lands a Shuriken. And what about this bot lane? Well, we have a Janna and Nami support, so unless the Nami lands the Acro Prison, I don't think we should be expecting many kills down in this lane. Even though Nami is playing it kind of aggressive. Caitlyn misses his Q, and this Nami really wants to play aggro. They know they will get the level 2 first, Red Team, down this bot lane. They get the level 2 there, and that is the time where Nami should be looking for a Acro Prison, but she doesn't. Instead, Twitch stayed too close, even though they knew they weren't going to get the level 2, and he's forced to recall, which is not great. The top lane here, we have Tasty Dick on set going up against a Camille. Very exciting lane, also because both junglers are pathing up here, so this could potentially be a 2v2 in 30-40 seconds. A very snowbally lane, both Camille and Set real lane bullies. I think early game it will probably tilt towards Set, but the later the game goes on, it should tilt more against Camille because of her insane scaling. We see both Viego and Diana on the map pathing towards topside here as bot lane is once again forced on the turret. Already lost the plate, 3.5 minutes in. And it looks like they decide to reset here. Set could be caught out in the top lane, but in the meantime, the LeBlanc goes in onto the Set, ignites, distortion, hits the chains, hits everything, and his first blood forward. Blue Team and Banyumas is on the board. Let's see if this Set can get out. He does not. And so while one pre-made gets the first blood and the solo kill onto the Set in a skill matchup, the second one overstays without any vision and gets ganked by Diana, who takes the second blood, I think. Oh, let's see, I missed the scoreboard. Here's the scoreboard. Yes, okay. So Back in the bot lane again. Nami's taunting a bit, and we go straight up to the top lane. And straight again down to the bot lane. Acro Prison lands onto the Twitch. He's also caught by a trap. Caitlyn flashes on the turret, hits the 90 caliber net, doesn't get any kills, but Viego is down here. Flash Spectral Maw onto the Caitlyn. Meanwhile, Nami gets a kill onto the Janna. Can Viego get a kill back onto Nami? It doesn't look like he can, so it will be a 1-for-1 in the bot lane, but crucially a kill going over to Viego, this 200 years champ. And only the kill going on onto Nami for the side of red team. So I think it's a trade that blue team can be satisfied with. As long as Twitch doesn't die here to the Nami, she does miss the Aqua Prison and is one basic attack of killing Twitch. Gets a shield from Janna, and will they get the return kill back to the Nami? They do, because she missed a point and blank Aqua Prison onto a Twitch who was just moving in one direction. That's unlucky, I guess we could say. Meanwhile, we have both junglers hovering around mid. Diana hovering a LeBlanc gank, which should be very hard to pull off, so she just proceeds to go back into her topside jungle. Maybe straight top lane again here, where Zed is once again showing why Zed is such a lane bully. And we really see that this matchup tilts towards the Zed. If we look at the CS now, it's 51 for the side of Zed and only 27 for Camille, even though she got the first blood. Diana tries to engage onto LeBlanc. Distortion's a way out of there, and we have a lot of action in this game. The camera is going back and forth towards or between all three lanes. LeBlanc, holy, what is going on with the camera right now? So bot lane again, Caitlyn Nami is pushing in, and this could be a very great roam for LeBlanc. As we see, she is down in the bot side river, but decides to, I think maybe she's just taking the scuttle here, decides to go back mid lane. Okay, I have no idea what LeBlanc was doing down there. Distortion in, and once again lands the chains onto Zed. It's a great chain. And again we are back in bot lane. It's really not looking too good for this Twitch Janna. I really think the level 2 hurt them where Twitch was forced to recall. Down 15 CS, chunked both of them. So I think that, well, obviously bot is going to be hard, but luckily for blue team, both, well actually both jungle, mid and top is doing pretty good so far. So it's not the end of the world for blue team if this Twitch and Janna doesn't win lane. LeBlanc once again wants to harass this Zed, who has got his level 6, so we should be able to at least try and go for an all-in onto LeBlanc. He also has Ignite here, where Nami pops her Ignite onto Janna in the bot lane. And will she die to the ace in the hole? I don't think she does. I think that Twitch, he tanked it, even though the camera decided to switch to top lane. Right away, let's see what happens here, but they are really low, Twitch and Janna, but Viego is down here. Diana is also coming down. Twitch goes down, so does Nami, and Janna also goes down to Caitlyn. So it's a 2-for-1, a double kill for Caitlyn and another kill for Viego. And bot lane is really rough for blue team right now. Let's just put it like that. Double kill for Caitlyn, and they were already very much in the lead, red team. But again, blue, they get a kill onto Viego, and Viego is a 200 years champion. Does have his ultimate Heartbreaker, which is a team fight win condition in 9 out of 10 team fight if you use it correctly. So I still think that they have a very good chance. The gold lead is also, or the gold, not lead, but the gold is split almost identical between the two teams, 14.3, 14.4 to both teams, so it's very exciting. Again, we see a lot of these little skill skirmishes is in mid lane, where LeBlanc, she will try to distortion and land a chain, while Sid, he will use a shadow, maybe also the death mark as he does here. Doesn't really hit a lot of it, but he ignites the LeBlanc, and with the help of Vienna, they do take down LeBlanc and Benjumas for the first time in this game. He does not manage to escape with his double dash and his flash. Unfortunately, he went in for more and he was punished very rough. Looks like red team will get the first break of the game here, where Camille also has pressure top lane. Goes in with the hook shot, but doesn't connect. And instead, Zed can trade back with some haymaker. There's Camille, she is pushing him, harassing him a bit. Oh, Caitlyn, she attacks the Twitch to maybe to bait in the Janna, switches her target and lands her Q onto Janna for a free kill. Once again, it's a 3-1 Caitlyn now. 20 CS in the lead also, and they can definitely threaten a dive onto Twitch here. As Viego tries to dive the Camille, she flashes away. Botlane also tries to dive Janna or Twitch. I mean, he escapes with 1 HP, uses the heal also. The shield connects. Caitlyn, she really wants this. She does get the Twitch. Camille also went down in the meanwhile. Diana's up here. And it is both the Zed and LeBlanc focusing down the Diana as well. But now LeBlanc is caught out of nowhere. Doesn't look like he's looking at his own map. He is put down with the death mark. And both bot laners have died once again for the side of blue team. Twitch went down before. They also killed Janna. And will they get first turret here 11.5 minutes into the game? An action-packed 11.5 minutes with already 15 kills, but it looks like that first turret actually goes to Zed. Here as Viego is suddenly down in the bot lane. It's only 30 seconds ago since he was in top lane, but now he's in bot, gets the kill onto the Nami. Again, great jungle play from the side, or from Viego. Meanwhile, LeBlanc, she died to Zed in the top jungle. She loses a couple of plates, and this Zed is starting to look pretty dangerous once he goes back here. It looks like he's going for the Dusk Blade, I think, and he should have enough gold whenever he decides to reset here. LeBlanc cleverly going for an early Sonias, it looks like, on her item. Tries to harass the Zed from recalling, which does make sense because obviously you don't want the Zed to recall right now and get his Dusk Blade. But there it is. Here as LeBlanc tries to harass Diana, almost ends up going down. Not a great trade to take for LeBlanc, but he gets the push in the mid lane. The wave will reset and he is free to recall himself now. Let's see if he decides to go for an early Sonias, because it would be a clever thing to do against this Zed. But instead Zed decides to use the death mark onto Zed from blue team. And it's really not even close. The Zed from blue team saved himself with, I don't even think he needed to use the haymaker, but he does. They take down the Zed. They also get a plate, maybe a second here, with the help of not Vanilla Babe, Janna. Let's see, there's a TP in mid lane. It's Camille. Lands the Hectic ultimatum onto Janna. Janna flashes away. Viego is here now. Will they get the Diana? It's a 1 versus 4. Dashes her way to LeBlanc, doesn't have the Moonfall available, and Viego once again takes down another member of Red Team. It's a 4-0 Viego now, 103 CS in 14 minutes. It's looking really great for this jungler right here. And it's starting to look like a bit of a jungle diff, if I may say so for myself, here where blue team is looking for the first mid turret in the game. Hookshot connects onto the Viego and they decide to step away. Looks like Diana could be going for a flank here, maybe onto the bot lane of red team. This Diana looks very tasty. Connect the chains, face breaker, haymaker, and it actually looks like Tasty gets out of this one. So far it is only the Nami that has gone down. Diego goes in once again, almost kills the set. And is Janet going down here? Yes, she is. Obviously she is. It's a 0-5 support at this point. So 1-for-1. Once again, Camille, she misses the hook shot. Benjamin is once again looking for this Diana. Ooh, and he did not learn his lesson the last time he tried to do that. He goes down. Camille decides to hook shot into Haymaker, and she goes down because of the true damage in the center. Questionable hook shot. Diana here caught out by Twitch and Diego, just waiting for her. Here as Twitch has popped his spring prey and is looking for Caitlyn, who has one item and is a level above him. Deathmark popped onto Twitch. Doesn't look. Oh, he does go down, and Seth just takes his Deathmark back to where he came from. In the meantime, Diego takes the first Drake for blue team, so it's split again. Here as he tries to gank mid but steps in a trap. And LeBlanc is straight back into this mid lane and almost dead again. Set is now targeted by the Hextech ultimatum. This is really has turned into an Abraham. He does end up surviving this one. And it's 5 members for red team, it's 5 members from blue team in this mid lane, but it looks like blue team will have to give up the first tier 1 mid turret. Here as LeBlanc is once again looking for a flank. Can she get one? If you see her on your minimap, she should come down here from the top of the screen. She kills the Nami. Oh, actually Diego does. LeBlanc goes down without anything. It is 4 dead from blue team. It is 5 dead from blue team. And only 2 for red team, so 5 for 2. Red team, they get the first turret or the first mid turret, they get an ace, they should be able to get the tier 2 here also, and it is starting to look dire for blue team here. It is a 8-1 Caitlyn, but there's obviously still hope for blue team. If they can get the shutdown for this Caitlyn, the goal will be pretty much even again, but they'll have to look for maybe a flank or an assassination from LeBlanc or Diego onto Caitlyn. It will be very tough for me. 4 kills on Seth, 8 kills on Caitlyn, 2 kills on Camille, who is still pretty far behind because, well, Seth has 4. Seth from blue team has 4 kills. He has a 131 CS to only 86 CS from Camille. What has he been doing CS wise? But I guess it makes sense that Camille and Diana is pretty far behind on CS compared to their opponents, because they have been spending a lot of time A-ramming in down mid lane here. Blue team, they take away a free uncontested Herald, which is weird because red team had 4 members topside, but they somehow decided not to go for this 4 versus 4. Now I'm hiding in the bush, probably looking for an Aqua Prison onto set. Let's see. No, she doesn't do anything. Just cowering. Maybe expecting a gank. We also see on the minimap that Diego is going up towards this top lane, and will Set go down? He does go down to the ace in the hole, which means that Diego has to back off, but he is also caught out by Diana, who lands the moonfall onto him. He also goes down. It's a 2 for 0 for red team once again, with probably the 2 most fed members of blue team giving free death. Great tornado here onto both Seth and Diana. Twitch goes down to the deathmark. Will LeBlanc go down? LeBlanc goes down. Jenna also goes down to Camille, who caught her, or who finds her with the Hextech ultimatum. So I think it's a delayed ace again. No, it is. It was just an ace for red team again. So we have a 5k gold lead. Almost 6k. It's a 6k gold lead for red team now after the tier 2 top turret. And with a LeBlanc with a 3-5 score, with a set who will start to be outscaled eventually by this Camille, it's starting to look very rough for blue team here. And we see that Caitlyn just chunks out set. We have 4 people here in the top lane. It looks like the Blanks goes down once again. Twitch gets the shot down onto Caitlyn. Nami also goes down again to Twitch. That's a double kill, and it looks like they also will be able to take down the Camille who TP's in. That's a bad TP. It's a shutdown for Zed also. Zed comes in here with the death mark, pops it onto Twitch, and he gets the kill onto Twitch, and looks like he will be escaping. They have not seen him on the minimap, even though they have vision on him. And maybe they won't be able to take down the set here. Let's see if he can go for an outplay with his shadow and maybe a shuriken onto this Janna who is looking. Or will he just be able to recall? It looks like he will recall. They ping where he is, but he just gets away with a slimmer of health. And looks like the next objective here will be the Drake. Both teams rushing down to the Drake. Meanwhile, the Rift Herald is popped in the mid lane. That should be a free mid turret for blue team. Also looks like they get the bounty for the mid turret. Is Janet dead once again? She dies again to the Caitlyn. Flash in from Viego onto the Caitlyn. She is now dead. It's a 2-for-1 for blue side now. They do get 2 kills. Let's see what happens here. Viego is caught inside the Hextech ultimatum. Meanwhile, the set from blue team takes down the dragon. Camille goes down again to LeBlanc, who is finally getting a couple of kills here. And it's a 3-for-2 for the side of blue team, and they also get the dragon. So a very good trade for blue team here. I think a lot of it just comes down from for the fact that they were at the Drake as the first team, so they have the positional advantage. Red team, they have to walk into them, and they even come from 2 or 3 different angles. I think the set came from mid lane, the bottom lane came from the jungle, and they came a bit earlier than Diana and Camille. So the red team was kind of split, which sparked the opportunity for blue team to take the Drake and get the kills and get the mid turret. And now the gold lead has suddenly gone from a 6k gold lead down to a 2k gold lead for red team here. So it's definitely in a winnable spot for blue team right now. 1, maybe 2 good team fights. You get a Baron and suddenly you will have the gold lead as blue team here, where they are looking for this Caitlyn and Nami once again. What is this Janna doing? Misses the tornado, doesn't pop the monsoon, walks into a trap and is put down by Caitlyn. I think it's safe to say. Ace in the hole onto Twitch. Also, Zed pops his death mark, lands a shuriken with his shadow also. And this blue team bot lane is starting to look like themselves again. Ran it down. Here as Camille pops the Hextech ultimatum onto the LeBlanc. It is a 2 versus 4 from blue side right now. Zed will go down to Viego. A 1-for-1 in this stance right here. Wow, Viego goes down to the Caitlyn, who lands or hits him with the headshot. And it is a 3-for-1 for blue team, even without their jungler. Diana is pinging Baron, but they have 3 members here in the bot lane, so it doesn't look like it will be Baron time right now for red team. They also get the tier 2 bot lane turret. They try to harass a bit for this bot lane inhib turret, but they won't get it right now. Meanwhile, they also push in mid, they push in top. It would be a very clever decision to go for Baron right here. They have pressure in all 3 lanes. Zed is also respawned. He will come here, so either they can go for Baron or they can try to trap as they do right now. Because it's the Hextech, so right now they are camouflaged, I think. It's called, or they are at least in this top side jungle right now. But they decide to go for for this Twitch, he obviously just pops his in this and he runs out of there. It's turning into a bit of a plat 4 Abram again, it looks like. So you have 5 members from both teams in mid lane. LeBlanc going or distortioning his way onto Caitlyn, who forces his flash. Meanwhile, Zed pops the death mark onto Janna, doesn't kill her. Zed from blue side is now chunked low. LeBlanc assassinates the Zed, goes down himself. Spray and praise pop from Twitch. Viego's also in. Viego takes down Caitlyn. Twitch takes down Camille, and Caitlyn, Viego as Caitlyn takes down the last member. I think it was Diana. So it's a clean ace for blue team. A clean ace from 5 for 1 for the side of blue team. They will take the Baron also, and I think this should swing the goal lead so it is at least even. It also looks like maybe they can take the Drake on their way out. It is about to spawn, maybe not. And we see the goal lead here after 25 minutes. We have had 57 kills and the gold is completely even. So blue team, they have clawed their way back from a 6k gold deficit. They have 26 kills, only 5 kills down, 2 dragons. 4th dragon of the game is about to spawn here. Zed from blue side is pushing down top wave. Decides to recall now so he can be there for Drake probably. Zed from red team here. I see it's a problem casting games where you have both sets. Can be rather confusing if I may say so myself. But red team, they now have position here for this Drake. LeBlanc distortion his way into the Dragon Pit, assassinated Nami. That is a 1-0 so far, as the Viego is in very deep, but Twitch takes down 2 with his spray and pray, so it's a 3-0. Caught inside the Hextech ultimatum. It is 5 kills for blue team again, and they have very long death timers. Do they have waves that they can push with? Zed, he TPs up in the top lane. He can look for a T2 here. Maybe he can even look for an inhib turret. There is 12 seconds on Tsunami. I don't think he will get more than the top tier 2 turret here. But they do take the dragon. They do take 5 kills. They take 2 turrets. They also take the bot tier 1 turret. And that's a lot of gold onto blue team here. And they now have a 3k lead, even though they should be outscaled by this Camille. They should be outscaled by this Zed. They should be outscaled by this Caitlyn. But it's just not happening right now. And also this Camille, she has 125 CS, 27 minutes into the game. Only 2 items. She's a whole item behind. Here I said, he death marks onto the Janna. Will he kill her? It looks like he misses the shuriken. Doesn't hit anything. With the help of his shadow also, so Janna gets out for free here. Once again, some great juke, and meanwhile Banyumas on this LeBlanc, he takes down the tier 2 mid turret. And now suddenly, from 15 minutes ago it was blue team who had the objective bounties, and now 28 minutes into this game, red team is now, or they now have the objective bounties available to them. So it's a very surprising swing in this game. Twitch has gone from, I think, 1-5 or something like that to 7-7 now. Even though the LeBlanc is close to having a positive score, and what I thought was just, or would have to be the Viego and Zed 2-trade game would have to carry. Actually, we have LeBlanc and Twitch really stepping up in these late team fights. LeBlanc with a great assassination onto Nami in the Dragon Pit before, and Twitch with 2 kills with the spray and pray and great positioning. So it's now blue team's turn to ARAM it and run it down mid lane without the Baron buff here. Can they get a pick? Viego misses the Spectral Maw once again. LeBlanc she manages to assassinate the Caitlyn, while Viego gets his GA popped. Janet goes down to the death mark, I think it is. Viego is caught alone inside the base of red team, and it is a 2-for-1 for the side of red team now. Again, the teamfight started off with a great assassination from LeBlanc. Here as said from blue team is caught out a bit, but he lands the haymaker onto 2 or 3 members. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Twitch goes down, Diana goes down. Camille lands the hookshot, but she ends up going down to LeBlanc once again. He's really really succeeding with these flanks from this LeBlanc in this mid to late game. Has really stepped up here as Set from blue team goes down to Set from red team. And I think it ends up being something like a 3-4-3 as the minions take down the first Nexus turret for blue team. Or, yeah, for blue team, but the first Nexus turret of red team. You know what I mean. The top inhib is down. I actually did not see when this was taken. Maybe before when Set pushed down top lane. Here as Set, he pushes out mid. Decides to recall. Diego takes down his red buff. And what's the play now? Well, as blue team, you have 3 breaks. You have top inhib down. And even though Baron is about to spawn, you have a TP up on Set. So what I think I would do here is that I would put my Set top lane to push the top lane in faster, and then put 4 members bot lane. Or you could also just put the Set mid lane, put 4 members bot lane, so you can move into the bot side jungle of red team, clear the vision, and then take this fourth Drake for free, while top lane will push and eventually require a couple of members for red team to go up there and clear. Here as LeBlanc runs into Diana, it looks like he's caught out, pops the Sonias, and he's dead to the Caitlyn. Hextech ultimatum is popped onto the switch. Spray and Pray ends up taking down the Camilla. It is a 1-for-1 so far. The Aqua Prison lands onto Set from blue side. And it just looks like it ends up being a 1-for-1. But this leaves blue team in a prime position to take down the Hextech Drake for free, which will be the fourth Drake for blue team, which will be the Hextech Dragon, and which will mean that they have this Hextech Soul, who is, and this is said lightly when I say it is so broken that if blue team they lose the game now, I'm done. I'm done with casting two games into this series, because you cannot lose a game with this soul. You basically get a GA which takes you to full HP onto all your members on your team, because when you die you spawn again with full HP. It's ridiculous. How Riot could let this be a thing is strange or very questionable to me. Here as Giannis, she gets the steal onto the Baron, she goes in, but she is being put down by the Twitch. I think it's a 2-for-1 right now, maybe a 2-for-2, but the Soul is doing its thing onto blue team. Diego is still alive here, he takes the set, shadow his way in, tries to kill Caitlyn, doesn't get a kill. Eventually she goes down to LeBlanc, as Set uses the showstopper onto, I think, the Nami to finish her off. It is a 5, it's an ace again for blue team. They end up only losing 2 members, the Diego and the Twitch goes down. They can push down here for maybe even an end in the mid lane if the Set did not go top lane. If they had been 3 members here, I think it's an end. But instead, I think they go for 2 inhibs. I think they will take down the mid inhib. They will probably also take down the top inhib. Maybe all 3 inhibs here, because there's still quite a bit of time on Caitlyn. But it should be 2 inhibs here for blue team. And a very good team fight, which I actually think started pretty good for red team. They steal the Baron. I also think they get an early kill onto maybe the LeBlanc or the Twitch. I'm not quite sure. But the Hextech Drake does its thing. You don't really die when you die, because you have the Hextech Drake, so both of them respawn and they win the fight. Here as LeBlanc, she Sonya's, which does so that she escapes. Benjamin goes in here and the LeBlanc distortions a bit too early, but he ends up getting the kill onto Camille. And let's see what happens here. Diego is looking for Nami, who has stepped too far. He does miss the Heartbreaker, and it looks like he ends up going down. He loses his GA. Twitch is here with the Spray and Pray. He takes down the Caitlyn. he should also be able to take down the Diana here. She flashes out of danger. Instead, she takes down Janna, and they trade. She trades a life with Janna. The death mark is popped onto Twitch. He goes down, but the Hextech Soul revives him, and they take down the last Nexus turret here. A great face breaker from Zed onto both Zed and Nami. They take down both, and it looks like they will be able to end the game here. And what a great comeback for blue team. 6k gold lead down. Red team, they took the first break. Blue team said, we don't care, we take the 4 next break. We take 3, 4, 5 aces. We take the Baron. Or actually they did not, it was stolen. But they took the objectives. They got the flanks onto the Caitlyn. They took down her huge shutdown in the early game, and they actually end up winning the game, which makes it so that in this series we are now 1 win and 1 loss. So yeah, thank you so much for letting me cast your game. Remember, if you're sitting out there watching this and you want me to cast your game, just put your summoner name down in the comments, and maybe also comment which game you want me to cast, and I will take a look at it and maybe it will be here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.